What's up, everybody? It has been a minute since I posted a video, but this weekend we're doing the adventure part of Bearded Barbecue and Adventures. We are going camping and it is going to be cold. But stay tuned, follow along with us. I'll probably be cooking some steaks tonight, doing some chili tomorrow in the Dutch oven. So, this is going to be a very fun episode. Stay tuned and come along with us. All right, guys, we are on the way to our campsite. It's the 5D Ranch in Navasota, Texas. And I'll tell you this, one of the things that I noticed, as you can probably tell from how loaded down we are, we need to do a better job at packing minimally. We have got the Gladiator loaded down to the hilt for just 3 people. So, I guess we'll kind of practice that as time goes on. But at any rate, we are on our way down there, and we'll see you soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. As you can see, it is dark. We made it to camp late, totally my fault. I promised my wife that she would sleep on a comfortable air mattress tonight, but the one thing I forgot that we needed was an inverter. So I had to turn around, we were halfway here, go back home and get that inverter to make it nice and comfortable for her, because if my wife's not happy, nobody's happy. So we gotta take care of the queen, right, babe? Yep, thumbs up from her. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make some steaks tonight, but with our steaks, we're gonna have some baked potatoes. So my wife has graciously kind of prepared the potatoes in the foil, and I'm gonna be throwing them in the Dutch oven. And so we're just gonna get them in here kind of evenly, and then we're gonna put them over the fire. Once those coals burn down a little bit, I will put some coals on top of the Dutch oven to kind of help that baking process. So let's go ahead and get this puppy hung and see if I can avoid the smoke. It has been following me all night long. All right, I think we're good. So we'll come back and we'll check on that a little bit later, and then we'll throw in some steaks. So see you soon. Well, the steaks are on. Got us a couple of ribeyes we're throwing on there. But my wife's on the hotter side because she likes hers medium rare, and I like mine pretty much mooing. So we'll check back on these in a second when we flip them. I'm going to give these a quick flip. Ooh, sorry about all the smoke there. Oh, look at that. I actually got the crisscross burn marks that I was going for. Fantastic. All right, guys, it's been a minute or two. As you can see, I've got some hot coals on the top now. Doesn't take a lot, just a few. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that lid up, and we're gonna flip those potatoes over. So, hold that. Bear with me here. We're gonna go ahead and flip the potatoes over so they get a good even heat there. All right, put them back on the fire and let them go. All right, everybody, it is now time to check on these potatoes and see how they're faring. Gonna give them the old squeeze test. Oh, well, folks, they are passing the squeeze test. So we'll get these baked potatoes pulled up, doctor them up, and see how they taste. Right, the coffee has been percolating for a good 10 minutes or so. I like my coffee a little strong, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the heat. And a little tip for y'all, I love this type of coffee, commonly referred to as cowboy coffee. We didn't really cook it over an open fire. However, because it is a percolator and the grounds are in the basket, there's a little trick that I like to do. If you take a little bit of water, just plain water, after you've moved the coffee off the heat and you're letting that coffee rest, pour a little cold water, I don't know what the equivalent would be, but just pour a little bit down that spout and it will force those grounds to settle. So when you're ready to drink your coffee, you'll have less grounds in your coffee. Okay, I'll let that rest, and then I think I'm gonna enjoy a cup. Good morning. Well, we made it through the night. It's pretty cold last night, but with the size of that tent and the number of us in there, it was not too bad actually. But it's definitely a cool morning. So I hope you all had a great night last night. As you can see, I've got the fire going, got my coffee, and when it gets daylight, we'll probably kind of take you a tour around camp, see what we're doing. Just needed a weekend to get away, enjoy nature. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a big fan of camping in hot weather, so I'd rather endure the cold. But it's nothing better than just enjoying your morning cup of coffee and your dog, who just snuck over here to be a hand. This is Bailey. Y'all probably heard me talk about her on the channel some before. She's a pretty good dog. Ears are cold. That's good coffee. The facilities at 5D Ranch include a public bathroom area here where you can kind of wash up, use the restrooms, brush your teeth, that kind of stuff. It is shared by all 20 campsites, but we never had an issue running into anybody at the same time that we wanted to go up there. Since we got in so late last night, you weren't able to see the ride into the campsite. So we're going to take this trail that goes from the bathroom to campsite number 8, which is where we stayed. As you can see, it's pretty slow moving because the roads are not really maintained. They're kind of rutted out. I don't know that a regular car could make it down these roads, but maybe something like SUV. I don't think 4-wheel drive was necessary. I never had to use it. Don't anticipate a problem unless there's a lot of rain. But it's a pretty cool little trail back to our campsite here. Hey, good morning again, everybody. I figured now is a pretty good time. The sun's out, the weather's beautiful. I'll give you a tour around our campsite. Let's take a look. So this is the main trail that you come down. They don't say 4x4 required. I never had to put it in 4-wheel drive, but probably high clearance is not a bad idea. Can't really tell on camera, but there's a lot of rutted out areas. So getting down here, you would want to bring like a Toyota Camry or a vehicle like that. But at any rate, we're at campsite number 8, 5D Ranch. And we scoped this campsite out the last time we were here, and it is a really big campsite. This is the drive. You can see where I parked. And then this way, we kind of use it as a way to just turn around, back in, turn around, get straight. You could probably put another tent there or a pop-up camper or something. And then as you walk around, you see the campsite's really large. Got our tent there. There's Bailey Girl standing guard. Kind of go slow and pan around. So the tent's there. Got our cooler. They have these really cool spools set up at most of their campsites, so you can kind of position them where it makes sense for you. So I've got our canopy set up where I can cook under. So I kind of used a couple of those spools over there to put the stove and the grill on, some extra water, propane heater before I get the fire started in the morning so I can warm up. And then we've just taken a couple of these spools and put them out here with our chairs, just so it kind of makes like a nice area when you're sitting around the campfire and kind of going around. So yeah, as you can see, campsite is huge, and then it even goes back further this way. So it's perfect if they do have a restroom on site. It is kind of up at the front, so you do have to drive to it. But if you have a privacy tent, porta potty, you could probably set it up back there and have that as a privacy area to use the restroom. So well, that's pretty much it for the campsite. So let me know what you guys think. 5D Ranch, campsite number 8. Got a good campfire, got Frio pie, got my dog, got my wife. I'll show you her feet because she doesn't like me to put her on camera. And then my sous chef that slept all day, zero help. All right, you guys have a good night. Remember to like and subscribe.